So taking the traditional hour to set up the show has gotten down to 20 minutes. The unfortunate bit is I set myself up with a nice pint to start the show, and I've drank half of it while waiting for the technical hoo-ha to get all done. So, my timing is all completely off.
Should have known better.
I know, my fault. My fault.
You should have brought 2 pints.
You know what? I was thinking that. I was thinking that very thing. So, well, I've been on the ale all day because it was a barbecue day, and we had one of the things we don't have worrying about our airspace being filled with no planes and volcanic ash. The sun was shining.
Really?
You would think it'd be cloudy and hazy.
It was the day the sun was shining?
Yeah, all day today.
You know, the one day in England.
Yeah, exactly. And, there was that one kid who came here and said, "Oh, I know about the sun. We told that kid to go to hell, and we locked him in a closet all day." Fuck that kid. That was the worst Ray Bradbury story ever. It so depressed me. I hated that story. And people keep making, short, depressing films out of it. If I go back 1,000 years ago when my family first got do you remember when cable television came to Chicago? There was that thing called On TV.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember On TV and Spectravision? Yeah. From the earliest days of that stuff, of On TV and Spectravision, we always had Showtime. Showtime was one of the first ones out there. Showtime and I think some version of porn. With pay TV, there was always porn. But Showtime, one of the first things we watched when my parents actually paid for television was Saturn V with Farrah Fawcett and Kirk Douglas, which was creepy. And then that 25-minute depressing adaptation of the Ray Bradbury short story about the kid who moved to a planet that never had any sunshine, and he came from a planet that did have sunshine, and he went to this school, and the kids locked him up and said, "You're full of crap." And then the sun came out, and it was the one day a year that the sun came out, and he missed it. It was the most depressing thing ever. I'm not alone on this, right, Jeff? You've seen this, right?
I'm familiar with the story. Never found it all that much of a downer, really. Didn't affect me quite the same way.
Oh, it was an absolute bring down.
No,
I think it was more along the lines of Twilight Zone irony, really.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it was... I don't know, it was these bully kids that locked this poor kid in the closet, and he missed the one day that the sun came out. It was really a brain down.
And the guy's the last person on Earth, and he's got all his books, and then he breaks his glasses.
Oh, that was the penguin. It was... I didn't think I was going to go down a Burgess Meredith road tonight. I didn't think, come on, Rocky! I didn't think that Burgess Meredith would be the way that things would happen this evening. But bless it, if we didn't go there. Jeff, you mentioned earlier about a change in your family. Is everything all right over there? Everything...
Yeah, you remember how it was with Thor, that, enjoy your time bit? Yeah. That's the bit we're in right now.
Oh, you're in that bit. So did the putting downishness didn't occur?
The way it works is we're talking about a cat, of course, and not like a child.
Jesus Christ. All right, Radio Tiki all over the road tonight. Okay.
No, the appointment at the vet was late, so I couldn't go, so I was getting, third-hand information.
Oh.
So I was a little confused as to the timeline.
Okay.
Well, I thought it was going to be, tomorrow, but no.
So the cat still has weeks, months still left in it?
We'll find out tomorrow.
Okay.
Jeff, is it a quality of life decision that you and your wife have to make?
Yeah, pretty much. You remember what it was like, right?
Yeah. I know. I remember. It's just that day where you go, we've got to do something.
Yeah. For those of you not in the know, Jeff has a very old cat. Jeff and his wife have a very old cat.
No. This isn't the old one.
Oh, it's not the old one.
This is the young one that we brought in from outside.
Oh.
She's 3.
Then what is the underlying issue that is...
Got the lump.
Hard life on the streets, Maurice.
Yeah.
She had a hard life on the streets. That's what it was. She's out there turning tricks, trying to get the crack. Government came and took her babies. She was looking. She was looking for a way out, and it looks like God might have sent her one.
So it's the feline cancer.
Yeah,
that's what you're saying.
Oh,
with the Debbie Downer let us in on that issue many years ago.
Well, I'm not getting the reference.
It's Saturday Night Live skit.
Maurice, Jeff doesn't watch TV.
Yeah, and I'm sure he hasn't watched. Yeah, he probably hasn't watched Saturday Night Live in a long time.
Did I hear a rumor that Tina Fey was on this weekend?
I believe she is. Yes.
Oh shit! Hulu still doesn't work over here, so I got nothing. Of course, NBC blocks all that, don't they? They don't put their stuff on the Hulu.
No, I thought they were one of the first ones to do Hulu.
Oh, really? I thought NBC made everybody go to NBC.com. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. I can't access it anyway. I've yet to figure out that particular rule. I mentioned this, I think, the last time we did a show at Christmas. The opposite is true for me when I'm in the States. I can't. There's the BBC iPlayer, and the BBC does their, play again. You can pretty much access everything for the last couple of months on the BBC website. But in the States, I couldn't access any of the most recent stuff because they said it wasn't allowed. It wasn't allowed in my IP address.
Yeah. Well, I think the U.S. is on like a 2 or 3 month delay from when the BBC programming that we get here is like 2 or 3 months old. So that's probably why.
I gotta figure out a way to have one computer think I'm in another place. I've got to figure out a way to like VPN into an IP address or something that, I can set one up on each side of the pond so that I can actually get my stuff.
There's probably a way to do it through the old Radio Tiki server or through our CrispyNet deal.
I believe I had that conversation with Uncle Crispy back at Christmas time, and he said there were some barriers to this. Not sure what they were, but I did go to that particular well, and it was dry. That well was dry. So, well, Jeff, before we wander too far afield, Mike, sympathies about the cat. So,
yeah. Sorry to hear about the cat.
Yeah. Well.
So it is the newer arrival to the home.
Yes.
This isn't when we come to your house to do the show. Is this the one that stinks up the whole lower level?
No.
Because
this is the one that has been hiding under the bed all the time.
Oh, okay.
The skittish one.
Yeah.
Because that one, I mean...
Get used to it.
Damn. No, you know what, Jeff? No. See, you shouldn't. Let's just put that out there and say you shouldn't get used to it. That should always offend you in some way, shape, or form.
It doesn't help you were sitting like 5 feet away from the litter, too.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't think Jeff spends a lot of time in that room. So
that was a full-on airborne.
Or when he does, he probably keeps the door closed.
See, I think that Jeff's just downplaying it because the moment that heinous event happened, like Jessica was all over it, and she was upstairs.
We're used to it. We're used to it, and we realize that guests aren't. Your shit smells bad to you, doesn't it?
There you go. See, they don't think their cat's shit smells bad, Tom.
That's it.
And as good hosts, we knew what was coming. So we acted to, yeah.
Oh, you're killing me! Oh my god! Yeah. I just see Jessica following the cat down the stairs. Oh God! I know what you're doing. Oh, and that was the healthy cat. Damn it! God. I know it's been 4.5 months, but I didn't thank you properly for the pizza at that last show. That was fantastic.
Yeah, it's not.
I miss good pizza.
Yeah,
It was really. I mean, it was a treat.
they have a place. I have the other computer on. They have a place when you're back home that I don't think is too terribly far from you. Your parents, if you should happen to be there. If I can remember the website, let's see if.
Well, the South Side folks, they do pizza better than up north. They just have to give them that.
Yes.
Which particular family is this? Which place is this?
Vito and Nick's.
Vito and Nick.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
good Italians right there. Vito and Nick's.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I'm gonna go down to Vito and Nick's and get a sandwich.
You want me to pick you up a pie?
No, I don't want a pie. What I want is I want a double beef and sausage with some put the gravy on there and drag it through the garden.
See you say that they're like specialty pizzas. They take their Italian beef and put the giardiniera on it. That's the pizza.
Oh,
Italian beef.
That would be worth a try.
8433 South Pulaski.
Italian beef and giardiniera pizza.
Oh, it's good.
Oh, man.
They do deliver. Oh, wait, no, the downtown one. The Pulaski one is pick up and dine in only. I'm sorry.
That kicks a lot of stuff here in the UK right in the ass. Oh.
Cash only Pulaski location.
Oh, I imagine. I'm at South Side,
There's a lot of bang bang shoot 'em up over at that Pulaski location. They
ain't paying that 3% to the credit card companies. They ain't paying that 3%.
Oh, sure, you can use your Amex card for a minimum $75 charge. So you spend $75 on pizza and pop, then fine, you can use your Amex card.
Yeah. Hey, there's an ATM machine down the road.
Oh, dude, don't
go to the Fifth Third Bank.
I just had to do that. Well, not just like 4 weeks ago. I went to a Thai restaurant with some friends, and we're in the middle of like we're way in Kent County. It's like it's rural, small town. We were wandering around, and we went to this place just to go to this Thai restaurant, and we go in there, and their machine for the credit card isn't working at the end of the meal. And the lady's like, "You go ATM." And I said, "All right, fine. Where is it?" "It's next door." Next door was like a 15-minute walk down the street. It was still cold and UKE, and I came back. I come back to the table, and there were 4 of us at the meal. She charged us 6% service charge, plus some other weird service charge because we came in as 2 couples. And I said, "You made me walk to an ATM that was like 20 minutes away, and then you're going to charge me service?" I paid what I thought I should pay. Like I put cash on the table and I walked out the door with this like little Thai lady yelling at me. Like she was, I put money on the table and I said, "I'm not paying anymore. I invite you to call the constable while I'm still here. Otherwise, I'm leaving." And she's like, "I call police." I said, "Call them. I'm going now. This is the money I'm paying you." So you just strung up a little nightmare there for me, Maurice. I'm sorry.
You going back there this weekend?
Huh? No, that was why I was so bold. I kind of thought, hell, when am I going to come back to this place? Number one, it's not like I have Thai food all that often. Number two, I'm way the hell down here in Kent. I don't think I'm going to worry about my reputation in the town. So we all know about the big volcano, but what's going on back there in Chicago?
Violence on the streets.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Like Chicago's turning into a gang war zone.
Yeah. Don't go to the South Side. Don't ever go to the South Side ever again.
Wait,
the West Side.
I'm from there. My people are there.
Well, he means in the city, South Side.
A lot fewer of them these days, I would bet.
Really? Well, I mean, now that we don't have the pressure of that Olympics thing, we can just, we basically can. We've let the belt loose a little bit and pulled our pants down, and we're enjoying ourselves a little bit, I think.
Yeah, no, last week there were 12 separate shootings. It's not like one guy went and shot 12 people. There were 12 separate shootings.
Is there a particular war between the two factions going on? I mean, is this kind of like New Jack City? Is one guy trying to take over another's, crack?
Nope.
Damn, crack.
Yeah, things are just escalating.
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Dude, this guy's 5-0. 5-0.
And like like Jeff inferred, it seems to be on multiple fronts. It's not just like two gangs like going at it. It's
they shooting cops
a lot of shit. Not yet. But like last night, the cops were out to try to, because what was it? Was it Thursday night? They said there was a particularly high number of shootings. So Friday night they went out, or last night they went out to kind of make their presence known. The police.
Oh sure, let everybody know they're out there.
Yeah.
We're all right.
But yeah, I would say if you happen to be in Chicago in the near future, you end up in a neighborhood where there's one of those blue light cameras, you probably want to leave.
Wait, which neighborhood?
Any neighborhood with a blue light camera.
Oh, is that what it is? Are they rebelling against the cameras?
No, I don't think necessarily that. I mean, they just happen to put those cameras in the worst neighborhoods. So, if you happen to be in one of those neighborhoods, you probably don't want to be there.
Well, see, the unfortunate thing is that's where I go for the best heroin. When Daddy needs a taste, unfortunately, there's only certain places you can go, to get the finest connection.
Mm-hmm.
That or the post office. I understand that I could get it there.
I guess.
Oh, see that Jeff's giving the company answer. No, you didn't.
I have no idea what you're talking about, actually.
There we go. Good.
No, really, honestly, I don't.
Well, I was just making it up. No.
Oh, I thought you were going for some story there that, no.
I mean, there was always, because I grew up near Bedford Park, let me try again, near the Bedford Park Depot for the post office. You always heard that you could get anything at the post office. Anything. Because I was working at the liquor store at the time, and we would see those guys come in, they didn't do much to dissuade us from that particular assumption. They were some tough dudes coming there from that depot over in Bedford Park. So
get a nice 40-ouncer for the break.
No, they would get gin and juice. I think I've told you that before. They would get a pint of Seagram's gin and a half-gallon jug of grapefruit juice every night.
That's a party.
Yeah. And it wasn't one dude buying one for the whole group, and they would share. They would come in 4 and 5 at a time, half pint and a half-gallon jug of juice. I mean, they were on the gin and juice long before Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg told us about it. Chris McDonough and I figured out a long time ago, apparently one can drink, gin with grapefruit juice. Apparently it's delicious. I learned that in 1988, so that's going back a ways. But yeah, there was always the only time there was prostitution busts in Bridgeview or Bedford Park was in association with the UPS and Post Office Depot over that way.
Weird.
Yeah, those boys are working in the middle of the night. They work hard. And the mail never stops. It might slow. It might
there you
slow
go.
down.
If we say it stops, it stops. That's unofficial, of course.
By the way, is it going to stop on Saturdays? Is that what I'm hearing over here on this side of the pond?
Oh, don't even. Here's what's going on.
Yeah.
I don't even want to talk about it.
So are they putting less?
Oh, you sons of bitches!
Are they putting
you killed Jeff?
Are they putting less people at the window on Saturday on purpose? Are they trying
Yes.
to dissuade?
That's everyone.
So they're trying to.
Oh, no. The part of the Saturday is the window will still be open. The only thing we won't do is deliver mail.
Oh, okay.
But they're putting less people at the window everywhere just to get rid of people.
Okay.
You know.
Oh, so that's just like every day they're putting less people at the windows.
Oh, yeah.
Because I happened to be at the post office today, and there's normally 2 or 3 people at the window, and there was 1 today.
Yeah.
So I thought it was like they're just trying to dissuade people from coming to the post office on Saturday to kind of get them used to the fact that no mail on Saturday.
No, it's Alex, when she reaches the age of 16, one day will come to Dad and say, "Hey, Dad, can I borrow the car for the weekend?" And you, being the good dad, will say no, right?
Yeah.
And so then Alex will go out and tell her friends, "Hey, guess what? Dad said I can have the car this weekend, so we're all set. We're going to go out. I'll come pick everybody up." And then Alex comes back to you and asks again and says, "I've told all my friends I can have the car, so I can have the car, right?" And you say no. And Alex goes back to her friends and says, "Okay, we're all set up. Don't worry about it." That's the Saturday delivery.
So
Saturday delivery. The post office is going, "Yep, it's going to happen. No problem. It's all set. It's going to go. We're ready to go as soon as we get approval for it," which we're going to get, 10 minutes from now, apparently. We'll be set to go within 90 days on no Saturday delivery. Meanwhile, there's two bodies that legally have to rule on it. You have to go to the Postal Regulatory Commission, who offers an opinion, and they've said, we're not interested. And then you have to go to Congress, who has to actually change the law, and they're not interested either. So they're out flogging this dead horse that we're not going to have Saturday delivery when everybody who has to sign off on it has already told them no.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, they're just really hoping to do it because of the budget, right?
Yes.
It would really, really, really help on the budget.
They're claiming it would, but other people are claiming that they're exaggerating, and it would hurt them in ways that they're not taking into account. I'm just hoping. It's one of those things. There's a term for it. I forget what it is. It's some guy's
Schadenfreude.
Yeah, I was just thinking that, Tom.
It's Schadenfreude.
Well, damn it! I'm going to look it up now because I know exactly where to look it up. It's
the Postal Union website. Yes. The United Postal Workers.
Here, chirp.
Oh.
Look at.
By the way, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Stamp Talk 2010. Stamp Talk 2010. For those of you that have mentioned in the past, hey, I missed Stamp Talk. How can we do Stamp Talk across the ocean? How can Stamp Talk happen with one person in the UK and the rest of Radio Tiki in North America? How does it happen? This is how it happens.
There is a term called the Overton window, which is a concept in political theory. It's okay. I want X to happen, but currently X is kind of iffy. People don't support it. People don't like it. So what I'm really going to do is propose Y, which is light years beyond X, and so abhorrent to everybody that Y will never happen. But just because I've mentioned Y, X will look better.
I do that all the time.
Yeah, that's like bait and switch.
It's called an Overton window. So there's 2 proposals the Postal Service are putting out. They want no Saturday delivery, and they want to change the way our pension is funded, because in the last postal legislation that went through, we really got the shaft as far as the way pensions are funded. We're legally required to fund pensions for employees that don't exist.
What do you mean for employees that don't exist?
We have to completely pre-fund our pension, meaning that if every single postal employee retired tomorrow, that the pension would be fine. The pension fund would be fully funded, and everybody would get their cash.
That's weird.
So when the law was enacted, we had about 150,000 more employees than we do now, and we're still required to fund at those levels, as if all those people were going to retire tomorrow. That's a $5.5 billion payment that we have to make annually.
Somebody's making money on the interest on that bad boy. And I don't think it's your pension fund.
So I'm hoping we're not that stupid. We're just pulling this Overton window crap by putting in this Saturday delivery thing so that they'll say, oh, okay, we'll change the pension funding. That's reasonable.
Here's, in my opinion, in my interpretation, I'm sorry, here's what I understand about the Overton window.
Yeah.
Growing up, my grandmother used to live with us.
Mm-hmm.
And you may or may not recall, my grandmother had hearing problem. She always had hearing aid and everything. So one of the drawbacks of having a hearing aid is sometimes certain things are too loud, like the television, right? Yeah. So my brother and I would watch television, and my grandmother would come in the room and go, "You boys, that TV's too loud. Turn that TV down." And so I would turn the TV up for a moment, for a second, and I go, oh, God, Grandma, I'm sorry. Wait, hang on. I'll turn it back down. I'm sorry, I went the wrong way. And I would turn it back down to exactly where it was when we started, and my grandma would go, "Oh, that's better, thank you." And then she would go, and then the TV didn't have to get turned down anymore.
Kind of, I suppose.
So that does make me a bastard. I was an awful little child. However, I do think I understand the theory behind what they're trying to do.
Yes.
By the way, I also do... Sorry, go ahead, Jeff.
I was hoping that's what it is, and we're not just that stupid. But I work for us, so I know we are. Here's a good one.
Yeah?
Here's a good one. I mentioned the Postal Regulatory Commission a little bit ago. They have oversight. Everything we do financially, they have oversight over, and offer an opinion and see if we're, fucking it up. So
right.
The way the law reads is they have oversight over things both postal and non-postal. So a little while ago, the Postal Service, who was having a snit with the PRC for some reason, who knows why,
snit
decided to make a little cash by licensing the logo, the Eagle logo. But they didn't go to the PRC for it, so the PRC took us to court. Here is what my brilliant company tried to argue in federal court with a straight face, that the licensing of the logo didn't fall under the purview of the PNC because it was neither postal nor non-postal.
It's neither.
It's neither postal nor non-postal. Wrap your head around that one.
All right, wait, Jeff. I am not postal. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I am not postal. Therefore, I am not postal.
Right.
I get that.
Uh-huh.
How is the Eagle both?
We went to federal court and argued that the activity of licensing the logo was neither postal nor non-postal. I guess it was like quasi-postal or something. I don't know.
That's what you say. People, Your Honor, Lance Armstrong rides around with this on his legs and his helmet and on his chest. That's really fast. That
was sponsorship, and that was years ago, and the PNC said that was fine. PRC, I'm sorry, PNC is something different.
Well, if they said that was fine, then the licensing of the logo would be fine. No. I mean, licensing in what way? Could you get, like, groovy Postal Service T-shirts?
I don't know what the end result was going to be, but yeah.
Hand towels?
Condoms, I don't know.
Golf balls?
Probably. I think you can actually get Postal Service golf balls, and I'm not kidding.
Decorative Christmas steins? Ooh, I'd like a Postal Service stein.
The judge in his ruling said that the Postal Service's lawyers did an admirable job of attempting to cloud the issue.
No, really, guys, I appreciate your level of bullshit. I really do. Now, don't get me wrong. I was a bullshitter in my day, and I like what you've done here. However,
we ain't going to let you do it.
Ain't going to work. We're not letting this one fly in court.
Not gonna do it.
No. Yeah.
We just they're going through the prime minister. Well, not the prime minister, but they've dissolved parliament over here in the UK, and they're going to have new elections.
So your election cycle just started. Yeah.
Yep. Well, the nice thing is, what was that, Jeff?
Rats on that.
Oh yeah. It's not like in the U.S. where we have, 2 years of an election cycle. What was it? March 30th. March 30th. They said, "All right, we've decided on May 6th we're going to have an election. That's when we're doing it," and that's it. That's it. And everybody spent the last month. They dissolved Parliament, and everybody spent the last month campaigning. Okay, that's great.
So everyone gets reelected at the same time?
Yep.
Wow.
Well, they elect a Parliament. It's time to elect a Parliament.
I like how they still cling to some of the little ceremony around it. How the prime minister has to walk to the palace and ask the Queen permission to dissolve her Parliament. I like that.
The interesting thing is, on the day that occurred, Gordon Brown had to walk, I don't know, basically about a half a mile or so from his offices, not even a half a mile, but he had to walk from his offices over to Buckingham Palace. In order to make that meeting, the Queen was in Castle, which is down around, like if London is a great big clock, Windsor Castle is at 9 o'clock and then off the clock by about 20 more miles. So it's out there in a town called Reading. And so she had to come in like 26 miles to be at the meeting at Buckingham Palace. So they couldn't just meet halfway. She had to come all the way into Buckingham, and he had to walk over, and then he had to say, "I want to have an election. It's time for you to dissolve Parliament. Let's go." She of course gave her permission. What's she gonna do? Say no? But
Yeah.
But anyway, for the first time ever. Seeing how well it works over in the States when we elect a president, the three leads of the parties had a televised debate, because if your party comes in power, you get to be prime minister. So these three guys will be the prime minister. One of them will be the prime minister after the election. It's Gordon Brown and David Cameron and Nick Clegg. And Nick Clegg is sort of like, you guys remember Ross Perot?
Yeah.
Hey, what about me? Hey, remember?
I heard he kicked some serious ass in that debate.
That's it.
That's the story that's coming out here.
That story is accurate. I watched that debate with my wife. We sat here on the couch and went, "Hey, do you see David beating the holy shit out of Goliath?" "Yeah, I do. This will be fun tomorrow."
Well, I heard on NPR that isn't Goliath. Wasn't there like some big money scandal or something?
Which one?
They're all
something
guilty.
Like they were like spending money on stuff that they shouldn't have been spending money on or something.
The
like using
scandal.
using
the
expenses. Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically the MP expenses scandal. The members of Parliament, basically, dudes were just claiming money, to the government, turning in their receipts. Basically turning in their receipts, but for all sorts of weird things like houses that they shouldn't have. The one guy had his constituency pay for the gardener. Another guy had his constituency pay for a duck pond with a house and an island on the duck pond for his ducks to live in. Other people were claiming their second home. Like, for example, they would take a room in their mom and dad's house in their constituency, and then use their second home allowance to purchase several £1 million flat in central London, because that's where they had to be for Parliament.
Well,
all sorts of weird. Oh, sure. It just turns out that there were laws against it,
Yeah.
And they were, not laws, but certainly they were skirting the rules very seriously. So, but I mean, it's not like that can harm one party or the other. almost all members of Parliament were guilty in one way or another of impropriety. They basically have to change the way they did their expenses. That's all. So
yeah,
I mean, it was a huge deal.
Yeah, I did hear something about how it's basically making most British people like not want to vote this time. Like.
Again, it started out that way, that they didn't want to, like, hey, screw you, I don't even want to be involved. But it's swinging the other way now. Like, now you've got people that haven't really voted in 40 years getting out and deciding, you know what, I got to say something about this.
See, when I first heard the report on NPR, it was sounding like they were turning into like the pathetic U.S. voting. But I guess if it turns around, it's not quite the same then.
Well, it seems like there's a lot of people interested in this election. Now, that's, I'm sitting in a insanely conservative suburb of London, and there's all bankers and financial people here.
So they tend to vote a lot.
They vote a lot, and they're very active in their community and everything, and they're all like crazy conservative. So maybe my view of how interested people are in this election is skewed, but what I started to tell you was they had their first ever televised debate. Like, they liked our debate system so much because it works so well that they've never had televised debates before. So this was the very first one, and apparently, every it was a huge deal. So I don't know. We'll see what happens in a couple of weeks. It'll be really curious if we get something here called a hung parliament, which basically means no one party gets to be the majority, which means the existing prime minister gets to basically stay in his job. So Gordon Brown would be the head of a government that his party wasn't in charge of anymore. Weird. So it would just be an odd kind of lame duck situation for them.
Oh, I'd love to see him try a coalition government. That would be funny.
Well, it could be like what happened in Canada, where like the two minority parties ganged up on the majority party and took control.
Quebecois. Yeah. Was it the Quebecois?
Yeah, the Pac Quebecois, and I think it was the Liberal Party, I guess, because I think the Conservative Party was in control. They basically got together and said, "Hey, let's work together to screw these guys." They actually shut down government for a couple days.
Wait, I remember that because that was where everybody over here in the UK started to remind the Canadians that they're still part of England in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
When they there was a weird little loophole that when the Canadian government was shut down for those few days, it was last summer, wasn't it?
Yes.
When the Canadian government was shut down for those few days?
Yeah, the UK ambassador was like in control, basically.
That's right. The head of the provisional government, which is this really, really hot African woman.
Yes.
She is really hot. She was the head of Canada for a while, and her direct boss is the Queen.
Yes.
Like, she reported to the Queen, and for a few days, the Queen was back in charge completely of Canada, like the armed forces, all of it.
Yeah, so they, if the Queen had wanted to, she could have invaded America.
Well,
using Mounties.
Go get them. I was thinking.
No.
If the Queen really wanted to, she probably could have just rewritten the Constitution and gotten herself a whole country again. If I were Prince Charles, let's say, because I will get the job at some point, right? So if I'm Prince Charles, what I do is I create a constitution for all of the former Commonwealth nations that have a provisional government on my behalf. Like Canada, New Zealand, places like that. So let's say Canada goes through this little turmoil again and I become in charge by a legal loophole. I have a constitution ready that I can just say, well, here's your new constitution. By the way, the Canadian Parliament will never come back. It's mine now. We're Canada this is how I'm going to run Canada. And I become king of Canada. It's a good idea.
Yeah, sure. I think they learned their lesson, though, in Canada. but I don't foresee it happening for a while again.
Damn it!
But yeah, I think it was just one of those situations where like the provisional government was like, hey, we don't want to have to do anything here, so can you get things back in order, please?
I like that. We don't want to be in charge, so if you could get your shit together, that'd be great. Thanks. Oh, and by the way, His Royal Highness has decided to stop Saturday postal delivery here in Canada.
I don't think they have Saturday delivery.
They don't.
We've already stopped it. All right. We've been going 50 minutes here, and I'm out of my pint. So what I'd like to do is
real quick though, since we were speaking of Canada, I was in Canada for the second half of the Olympics, and when Canada won the gold in hockey, holy shit, the country went nuts. Like, in most of the major cities, people flooded into the streets. You know, I thought when the Cubs win the World Series eventually, well, if they ever win the World Series, that things are going to go nuts. But I was basically humbled by how nuts the Canadians went when they won the gold.
Our pros are better than your pros. Ha, 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 ha.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I know, but I watched that game, Jeff, and it's easy to sound jaded. It was a fantastic friggin' game.
It was a great game.
There were English people that got into hockey just leading up to that and after that game. It seemed like everybody over here kind of got it.
Yeah.
There were people coming up to me and say, "You watched that game, right? I mean, because America was in it. You watched it, right?" I said, "Yeah, I watched it. It was really good." "You're not upset, are you?" I said, "Yeah, it was tied. And, it's tied after 3 periods. It's just like going to a shootout in football. Somebody's going to win it at that point. So I'm happy with the game no matter what." And I said, besides, there were 6 Chicago Blackhawks. There were 4 in Canada's side and 2 in the U.S. side.
Yeah.
And they go, "Oh, you have the pro league over there." Yeah, and they were all playing.
Yeah. Yeah, so like in Toronto, the busiest intersection in Toronto was so flooded with people they had to shut it down. They shut down like 6 city blocks or something for the rest of the night. Same thing happened in Vancouver and I believe in Calgary as well. They just, like, people flooded into the streets in celebration. It was, like, amazing. I was dumbfounded.
Okay, they flooded into the streets in Toronto and Vancouver. In Calgary, they slipped and slided on the ice into the street. That's okay. Let's
remember that it was unseasonably warm for the Olympics. So I mean,
that's true.
So yeah, there wasn't. It wasn't like frozen up there like it should have been.
Although I was under the impression that it actually never properly thaws out in Calgary.
I think in the summer it does.
Is it? Okay.
There ain't no. You have to go a little further north for the permafrost.
I could have sworn, that Alberta and Saskatchewan, those places, they just don't thaw out. I thought that it was blocked on both sides.
But yeah, that night I was in a British pub having hot wings because they have the best hot wings in the Toronto area. It was like they were showing, after the game was over, they were showing like video of like the streets, and it was just nuts. It was like just amazing. It was if it had just been Toronto, it's what I imagine what the Cubs winning the World Series, what it will be like. But it happened in multiple cities across Canada. So, I mean, it was just, I was humbled. I was like, wow,
Was there any flipping and burning? Because Americans flip and burn.
Right, exactly. Well, I mean, it's Canadians. I mean, come on. They're fairly pleasant to each other most of the time. One of the Canadian, slogans is "I'm sorry." That's you bump into someone on the street, I'm sorry. You bump into them and they say they're sorry. So I mean,
That's
it's
nice.
yeah. So I mean, there was no flipping over of Volkswagens and stuff. So you know that's going to happen in Chicago if the Cubs win the World Series. So I was completely humbled that this whole country just celebrated at once in this huge massive celebration.
Although when the White Sox won the World Series, there was no flipping and burning.
Oh, there was a little, not a lot. It was.
Was there? I don't recall a burning. I recall.
Oh, okay. There may not have been any burning, but there was some flipping. There was certainly some flipping.
There's some flipping and burning to be done. The White Sox fans will take care of it. They'll do some flipping and burning for you.
Yeah.
And I'm able to bet on hockey over here now. I was thinking about putting a little something down on the Blackhawks.
Putting a quid on the Blackhawks.
A quid wouldn't buy me anything. I think it's 3-1. I think the Blackhawks are 3-1 to take it all. So, if I put a quid
their
down,
odds are that good?
3. I think so.
Wow.
Or maybe it was 3-1 in just this series. They're going against the Predators.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe it was just this series. How's that going?
They lost the first game.
And the second one's tonight?
I think it's tomorrow. Because last night was the first game. Their series started after the other series for some reason.
Harlem Globetrotters, my friend.
Because Detroit...
the Harlem Globetrotters stopped NHL playoffs.
Because I think Detroit's first game was Wednesday or something, and they lost their first game. Which I was happy to hear.
Good. That many squids on the ice. Bastards.
Well, they erected their giant octopus on top of the stadium. So apparently they approve of the squids.
we press the squids. So, all right. Well, this still doesn't change the fact that I need something else to drink. So, what we haven't done is we haven't told everybody, hey, it's the Great Radio Tiki Experiment. We're all here together. You might be saying, where's Brad? We don't know.
Yeah, we actually don't know.
We have a hard time get Brad. We still love him, but we don't know where he's at. So we'll try to figure that out in the months to come. But God willing, we'll find him. Stay alive! I will find you. Are you guys all right? Can we do a break? Because I do have to use the loo and get a beer. So
as long as
in that order,
as long as Jeff's ready.
Yep.
All right. Well, hey, this is Radio Tiki, and I normally I'd say Friday night and everything, but it's Saturday, and basically we do the show about once every 3-4 months now. So enjoy this. We'll take a little break. We'll be right back. Wow, we got a little lush.
Mhm.
Nice.
And I got a little dinner.
Nice for you. Yeah, I was gonna get myself another beer, but I thought, gee, God, it's already midnight, so I gotta. When I'm done with the show, I'll roll my ass into bed. Another beer will just keep me in the toilet all night, so I'll just go with a refreshing, sparkling water, which will have the same net effect, but fewer calories. So.
Yeah, so we got to wrap it up. The new Doctor Who's on in an hour and a half.
Wait, which one are you getting?
The new one. The one you just got last week.
Okay. Oh, well.
Not that I'm going to watch it.
New one with the new guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've
saved my... Go ahead, Jeff, sorry.
BBC America, they tease me and then they piss me off. They had the thing last year where... Here's the secret. All the most popular shows on BBC America weren't produced by the BBC. We're like getting everything that was a hit on ITV and all that kind of shit. Your Skins and your In-Betweeners and all that crap.
Sure, those are very popular.
On the ITV.
Yeah.
And, the Board of Governors last year said, yeah, we'd really appreciate it if you'd stop running programs from our competitors.
Well, I mean...
So,
Technically, they're competitors, but the ITV is basically just the commercial wing of the BBC.
Here's the upshot. Guess what we get every night at 7 p.m. on the BBC America starting in a couple of weeks? Just guess. Just guess.
Wait, every night at 7?
Every frickin' night at 7, guess.
Spooks?
No.
Oh. What?
Make it so, Mr. Worf.
Really?
You're kidding.
I am not kidding.
I thought TBS owned that or something.
Oh, wait. Hey, Maurice, you're gone, dude.
Am I?
He's probably getting dinner, too.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I heard him trying to talk.
I muted myself because I didn't want to talk. I wanted, so I can make noise during the song. So.
Oh, I heard a very, very faint version of you, so I thought maybe I was getting you through the Radio Tiki monitor or something.
No, it was it was the mute button on my headset, which probably is a not a very good mute button, but it silences it enough that small lower noises don't get through. Miscellaneous background noise, but that's I thought like TBS or USA had the rights for
all the Star Treks.
Yeah,
I thought they did too.
Weird.
So BBC America is showing Star Trek reruns.
Next Generation, yes.
Weird.
Not that I don't appreciate Next Generation. It's my favorite. However, it seems like a bit of a waste because there's a ton of good stuff. I don't get. There's got to be some weird licensing thing.
Has to be, but yeah, and that's your primetime base, 7 p.m. Central.
Yeah,
that's what they're kicking off the night with.
That's every night.
Every weeknight.
Wow.
But here's the thing, maybe the BBC don't think that way, because I can tell you here, there is not fuck all on BBC until 8 or 9 o'clock. They will show game shows. They'll put game shows on at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
And then the Deal or No Deal is the Noel. It's that guy Noel, and he's on.
I saw some clips online. He's fucking brilliant. I love him.
It's not like the snazzy Howie Mandel version.
Oh no!
I mean, over here, it's like Deal or No Deal is like this bizarre working class lotto sort of. It's there's a real dark undercurrent to the Deal or No Deal here.
So it's like
everybody in the audience, except for the people that are, like if I were on the show and you two were there, you could sit in the audience. Everybody else in the audience has to be wearing black.
It really is weird.
So it's like people on the dole that really need the money?
No, but it's people that Noel will get through there. Like, he'll talk to them throughout the thing and find out what they want to do with the money, who needs an operation, isn't this a life-changing sum of money, But ultimately, they're all really like it's not that the working class is a bad thing, but it's you're not seeing any bright shining stars on deal. You're not seeing like high-end, high-living people. You're not seeing flashy-looking people. These are like, chubby moms and football oiks and shop owners or what?
The second chick to win the $250,000 was pretty hot. Come on.
I don't that much. The only time I see it is if I come back to a hotel room early enough and I put it on, because that's an early show. That's not a prime time game show. Your Eggheads, your University Challenge, those you'll catch those at the 7 o'clock hour, the 6 o'clock or wherever. But getting into what we would call prime time at 8 o'clock. You don't get the action, adventure, drama, or even comedies. Your 8 o'clock time is 8 o'clock is like documentary, chef cookie, some sort of travel-y, or David Attenborough time. That's your 8 o'clock is your David Attenborough time, and then 9 o'clock you'll get a drama, a comedy, whatever. That's the time to show that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm trying to figure out why they were calling ITV. I don't know. I thought ITV was a partner of some sort with BBC. I mean, obviously they show commercials.
I don't believe so.
I thought one was born out of the other.
Oh my goodness, no. That's where Benny Hill was on ITV. But no, that was Thames. Thames Television.
Yep.
ITV.
So
could be Thames. I'm thinking of.
Maybe that's it. I don't know. So
you want some good? You want some good game show? Go to your YouTube and dial some of that Noel Deal or No Deal. The chick that wins the $250 the second time.
Yeah.
She deals way too early, and it's keep playing on. Got to play on. And she just keeps getting gut punched by picking all the low ones that are left. It gets to the point where the only two that are left are the 1p and the $250,000.
Oh, my God.
So she's already taken a deal. The banker calls up and says, yeah, give me the cash back. You can open the box.
You're kidding me.
No.
They basically just gave it to her then, if that's the case.
Well, it could have been, 1p. She didn't know.
Am I supposed to buy the fact that the banker doesn't know exactly where the money is?
I think so.
Yeah, because then
in this country it would be illegal.
Yeah, in the United States it would be illegal because you could then somehow fix it. There would be collusion and fixing, and so. So wait. She took a deal for what? What was the amount that her deal was?
$17,000.
Oh, really? Wow.
Well, no, Jeff, that's a life-changing sum of money.
Yes.
This is the banker let her choose between 1p and $250,000.
Yes. It's the banker's gamble.
Yeah, nice. Throw away the $17,000 to get 1p. Yep. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
That's evil, man. Evil. Yeah, but that guy Noel, he's just a radio DJ. He was the host of Radio 1 in the late 70s, I think.
There's hope for you yet.
Oh, yeah. No, I don't even get me on there. You know what? Again, I talked about this not last show, but second to last show we did. Radio Tiki's been around since 2002. 2001. Well, no, 2002. No, because we did a
No.
9/11 show.
Yep. We
It
were
was
been
after
around
my
since
daughter was-
2000.
Yeah, since 2000, Radio Tiki's been around. This, by the way, is our 10th anniversary show, by the way. Just to put that up. It is. Technically, it's our 10th anniversary show. Been around since 2000, and there are people out there making shed loads of money doing the same shit that we're doing. By the way, using the same piece of shit Radio Shack box that we were. They're using them right now. Right now. They're using Radio Shack boxes and freeware audio editing software. It just I'm gonna get sick. I'm gonna just vomit.
We're the pioneers that blaze the trail for. Okay.
Tom, just know that that the number of people actually making money, a significant amount of money, is very, very few.
Have you listened to that idiot Leo Laporte?
Never heard of
I have no idea what you're talking about.
All right, this is a guy that makes $1.2 million a year for himself with a podcast. With a podcast. Oh. Ugh. Now, I mean, yes, Adam Carolla was a DJ that lost his gig, and he makes a lot of money doing this. And he's sponsored by CBS, blah, blah, blah. But yes, Maurice is right. There's a very low percentage of people doing podcasts that actually make any money at it. But I'm guessing that podcasting is going to start getting networkized relatively soon. Within 5 years, I think we're going to start seeing podcast networks because it's just Maurice's statement is true. There's not enough people making money at this, and there's too many people listening to it. And so somebody's going to go, hey, why aren't we making no damn money at this? And they'll just organize themselves into networks. So it's all right, though. That's okay. I'm sounding like a grumpy old man. Let me just bend over and get my sparkling water. Yeah, I'm better now. I'm all right. We've got a number of emails here from January, February, March, and so forth. And I also meant to talk to Jeff a little bit about my experiences on the train. So what do you guys what do you feel like doing? Should we do some email, or what do you want to do?
I'm going to go get some more dinner, so do some email.
All right, good. We'll jump into the email bag.
Email bag.
And by the way, for those of you that want to email the Great Radio Tiki Experiment, it's radio@radiotiki.com, radio@radiotiki.com. And again, the reminder is make sure you put something in there that says listener mail, etc., because otherwise we will probably throw it away. Because the radio@radiotiki.com mailbox gets lots of spam as well. So be sure.
I read each and every mail that actually comes through, even spams. So I'll usually catch things as long as you're not talking about a Ponzi scheme or your Zimbabwean uncle or
That's right.
So yeah, I mean, but it's really helpful though to have listener mail on the subject.
Absolutely. Before I wander too far off that statement, Maurice, why the hell do you read every email, even the spam?
Because I don't trust spam filters. That's just me. I mean, it's, I've gotten an eye to the point where, like, I can read the first, 5 words of a spam and tell that it's spam. I mean, there's some things,
okay.
There's different levels of the spam filter that we have.
Yeah.
Like, there's ones that the spam filter says, okay, this is so much of a piece of spam that I'm going to put spam in the subject line.
Yeah.
Then there's other pieces of spam that it doesn't do that. It just gives a score to. Like,
right.
I don't, so the ones that say spam in the subject, I trust that those are really spam because, their score is so high that there's no way that it can not be spam. But the ones that aren't spam, the ones that aren't marked as spam but are spam, I've gotten good at just reading like the first line or whatever, or even just seeing how the header is formed and then booting it quickly to the curb if it is.
But I mean, aren't they things like, Hello Radio 80% off till July
Well, yeah,
on all.
See, those, usually when there's a percentage in the subject line, that's like 99.9% chance that it's spam. So don't put 80% off in your subject line either if you're sending listener mail, because you'll probably get kicked that way as well.
Apply for your own diploma from anywhere in the world.
You know, the most common first sentence of a get your diploma or get your college degree spam email is in all capital letters, because you deserve it. If you see that, it's spam. Yeah.
Wait! I got one in my junk mailbox. Hang on a minute. I'm going to go to one of those.
And look, there's a pretty high chance that the first line is because you deserve it.
Okay, wait. I got one right here from Lily Boone. Apply for your diploma. I'm going to open it up. It came at 2:30 this morning. Holy shit, Maurice!
Because you deserve it. I don't know why, but apparently the spam industry has created a standard for get your diploma spam emails.
Hang on, let me get another one. Let me look for another one. Wow, you've intrigued me, sir. You've intrigued me. Hang on, stay hard. No, that's not good. You don't read all the stay hard ones, do you?
No, but you know what? Sometimes if I'm just
Alone.
if I'm looking for a good laugh, you look for those ones that they're translated from another language, so it's like euphemisms for your the male genitalia. I just like reading those because sometimes they're really funny. It's like your lumberjack wood or your it's like what possibly could that have been in another language that they translated it to that?
I'm a lumberjack, baby. They're gonna chainsaw you. Oh, here we go. Here's another. Get your diploma immediately. Let me see. Because you deserve. Wow, Maurice. You know what? I never read these. I never went into them. Wow, I didn't know there was a system.
There is a system, and so yeah, wow. if you're reading through a raw text Unix email thing, it's very easy to get to that first line and just read that real quick, because people don't make, like I can actually read the actual contents without getting a virus or anything because it's, it's some Linux machine somewhere that you can't put a virus on that. So.
Yep. Well, that's why I use the squirrel mail with Crispy, because basically it opens up it does all my Linux email reading without me having to open up a Linux box. It's cool.
Right, and Chris's thing strips out any viruses anyways. So our spam filter does do that well. So that is something I do trust that the spam filter does. As long as you don't click a link, you're not gonna have a virus in the email itself.
Think about how old this email box is. How long have I had this TOMB at radiotiki.com address? Well, before, it's also attached to another email address, but it's been around for a while.
Quite some time.
I've had this email address for 15 years.
I want to say yes, 1995. I was just going to say 1995, I believe, is when Chris set that up.
I think this email address has existed for 15 years. Holy crap.
Did you wonder why you're getting spam?
Yeah. You know what? For a 15-year-old email address that I regularly use every day, I don't get that much spam. There's a lot to be said for Crispy's internet hosting service. So for those of you who look for that, go to WebSchwerver. Check out webschwerver.com.
Sure.
WebSchwerver. Let's look at the listener mail since we've beaten that to death here. Let's see. Let's see. In our last show, did we talk about the song we played before the bagpipes?
Yep.
We talked about that, right? Okay, so I know where I'm at here. Okay. Here we go. There's a listener Brandon, who I don't want to take people away from the Radio Tiki website. Not that it's this great, heavily trafficked place anymore. We're not there every day like we used to be. But there's a listener out there, listener Brandon, and you can find him on the Radio Tiki fan page on Facebook. For those of you that are involved in Facebook, he has set up a device that downloads the Radio Tiki shows and then puts them either into iTunes or brings out and make the links available to you automatically. So if you're interested in that, go to the Radio Tiki fan site on Facebook and look for listener Brandon, I believe. Is the name. But this guy, I see this because basically the last time Radio Tiki did a show, I get an automated email from this guy with all the links of the show embedded in the email, and it's a really good service. I'm sorry, it's listener Yoda 2. So if you guys look for listener Yoda 2, he's got a great service. It's dead on useful. So. But I think you can now only find that through the Radio Tiki fan site on fan page on Facebook, which is being hosted by one of the listeners. I appreciate that. From listener Sean Skion, heck yes. I'm glad you guys didn't edit out the chat about the missing bits in the last show. This is totally Tiki. And it was right around the time when you started talking about Avatar, so I didn't miss much. And yes, finally, Fern Gully 3, Braveheart 2, Dances with Smurfs, i.e. Avatar, was pretty and deserved a good viewing, but it's not anything more than pretty. Well, that's fine. It's like we said in the last show, it's a piece of art. You did get out and see that, right, Jeff, or have you not?
No.
Not even, not the 3D, nothing, huh?
No.
Remember when you used to watch movies, Jeff?
Yeah, I do.
Glad to hear you guys again. I wish I'd been paying more attention and I heard the stream live instead of the recording, but alas, it is as it is. Just for those of you longtime Radio Tiki listeners, there's no real way to listen to the live show whilst we are separated by the miles. And even when we're in the studio together, as we were at Christmas time, for all intents and purposes, it's just best that we record it and then put it out there to you. At some point when we are all back on the same continent on a more permanent basis, which, by the way, is less than 20 months away for me, I think. When we're all back on the same continent, we can try to go back to the live streaming broadcast. But in this case, you didn't miss anything live because it doesn't really exist live except for us. Let's see what else we got. Oh, listener Dietrich found us again while we were off. So one of our longtime listeners, listener Dietrich. Hello, gentlemen. This is your 1 month reminder. I just finished listening to the December 30th show yesterday. It has been 1 month since you recorded a show. Oh, so I got this in February. Yeah, it's all right. First and foremost, many, many thanks for taking the time out of your busy holiday to record a show. Secondly, my email to you on the that you read out in the December show was actually the one sent before the one that was read in the July show. Must have gotten lost in the shuffle. Yeah, we do that. Sorry. Thirdly, Jeff was right. The train that passes from La Grande, or La Grande, where she's now living, is indeed the Union Pacific Freight Train. By the way, I recall, Jeff, that during that show you pretty much called that like from memory.
I don't.
You didn't need to look anything up.
Circumstances under that, but it doesn't surprise me.
If I recall properly, and let me just wheedle back through my own brain for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Listener Dietrich moved to Oregon. In Oregon, she moved to a town called La Grande.
Oh,
La Grande.
I did look that up. I remember now.
Oh, okay, and she had asked us what the hell that train was that was going through her town.
But I knew where to look it up.
Which
I'll claim that much.
Yeah, that's still, in and of itself, that's pretty decent.
It should be a quest, but, you know.
I live about 2 residential blocks away from the train tracks. I hear it despite wearing my headset listening to you guys. This town is filled with lots of retired train folk. At one point years ago, there was a passenger train that also passed through. Not sure when that stopped. I'm guessing Jeff could tell us. Not sure when that stopped, but since then, from what people say and from what I gather, the town has kind of been on a slow and steady decline. The few things that do keep it on the map are the East Oregon University and another local dental school, and having one of the major truck stops between Portland and Boise. Well, there you go. Maurice, I believe LeGrand. Yes.
All right. Well, I'll see if I can figure out what train went through just by looking at MapQuest.
Maurice, I believe it is named LeGrand due to the French influence, not Spanish. And finally, in this last bit of the letter, I've transitioned smoothly into the LeGrande way of life. You know, I'm saying LeGrande. It could be LeGrand. I don't know. We were hit with a mild winter. I didn't get to make my... What?
Cairo, Illinois.
No.
Never.
I did get to make a snow woman. Boobs. It's a snowman with boobs. I missed out on the California tornado weather. I did learn that I can bleed through when scraping ice off my windshield without gloves. This is a girl who grew up in SoCal and hasn't been exposed to proper winter weather. Bless her heart. I found my local gang of tech heads, the people that run LeGrandeLife.com. And they even interviewed me in one of their video blog episodes of The Morning Drip. So be sure to look up The Morning Drip on LeGrandeLife.com.
Are you mocking?
I love this letter. Whoa, there's a lot of this letter. Hang on a minute. Damn it. As of November, I am now a house owner. Dietrich is all grown up. I'm supporting a family of 3, me, my boyfriend, and Reiko the dog. Black Lab Border Collie mix. Let's see. Oh, her boyfriend's is a construction and house remodeling guy. Jeff,
actually, you know what? Actually, there's a lot of people doing remodeling and fixing up because, you know, they can't sell their house, so they're going to fix it up instead.
That's good. That's good. Jeff, Australians can mud, uses mud. Not sure if they do anymore. I met my boyfriend on a mud, actually. How geeky is that? Pretty much a lot geeky.
Well, it depends on what year it was, yeah. And Legrand is French, not Spanish.
That's what she said.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
That's what she said. That
it was originally named Brownsville, but forced to change its name due to that name already being used for a city in Lim County.
And in Texas. Blah, 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 blah. I love you, Dietrich, but I don't want to hear about how you met your boyfriend. Well, they met on a mud, but not like years ago. Oh, wait, 9 years ago. We mudded at Illusions of the Mind and reconnected a few times here and there. Finally convinced me to pack my stuff and leave. California, specifically Orange County. Blah, blah. The move is definitely a good choice for me. See, you got to get out of California and get up into Oregon. I can breathe, literally. I had a few bad cases of bronchitis before I left. Yeah, it's not like there's any smog down there in the OC. Anyway, go me for helping the economy at its current state. This town is so small that we actually hung out with the previous owner of my house at the local sports bar before he listed it for sale without knowing it until we were putting in the offer. Everyone is connected here. Everyone knows you somehow. Everyone knows your biznatch. Not mine. Not yet, anyway. That will change soon. I find it fascinating here. You know, it sounds like she's living in that Alaska show.
Mm-hmm. Northern Exposure?
Yeah, that one. Dr. Rob. Let's see. You can follow listener Dietrich at www.dietrich.com. See what she's been up to. You can click on the images of her blog. You can see her Flickr pictures, some of her art.
I have an answer. I have an answer for your interest.
Yes?
We would be. It was the old Pioneer line, that the old UP Pioneer line, the Chicago, Salt Lake City, Portland, and Seattle line that went through La Grande.
Well, there you go.
Discontinued in Amtrak in 1997.
So it was a Union Pacific line that went to Amtrak, and then that was it.
Yes.
Union, what did that must have been like? Union Pacific Passenger Rail.
They break out they have fan rides every day it seems like, but they break out their old rolling stock. The tickets sell out in like 5 minutes.
Really, they do. How often do they do them?
They just ride around town.
They have a big one every year. They pull out their big steam engine, one of the biggest steam engines ever built, and cannonball through towns at like 90 miles an hour with all their old cars, passenger cars. It's for the train geeks. I've never been on it.
You, I should really talk to you more about my holiday. I've been on.
All the old-time rail guys stand along the route, take pictures, and pick up clinkers.
Yeah, they want the clinkers.
Clinkers. But anyway.
Yeah, I've been on every single train in Italy and Switzerland, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway. Tom, don't get disheartened about how everybody's doing podcasts these days, even on your rejected, crappy, tossed-out equipment. You still have years of on-air experience under your wing and a faithful audience, so keep going strong. You even have faithful listeners despite your 6 months of unannounced hiatuses once in a while. Okay, that's fine. I get it. That in itself is something to be proud of. I'm here cheering you on, along with many others. In conclusion, a shout-out to the other Tom B., listener Tom B., I'm still around and sometimes lurking once in a while in the Facebook Radio Tiki Fanboy Clubhouse. I miss all the wacky non-sequitur emails. I miss the not-safe-for-work personal stories about various listener relationships. I miss having an MP3 player because it got lost in my move. Hi to Brad. Hi to Robot Brad. I know you're in there, out there somewhere. Where to your mother, Dietrich. So there's listener Dietrich checking in with us. Very nice of her. Listener Judith. We're going to call her Listener Judith. Oh my God, I'm sitting at work in Atlanta with my mouth hanging open at what you guys are saying, laughing out loud. Number one, yes, Atlanta has grown tremendously in the last 20 years. This is like the land of opportunity. Everybody moves here. I'm not from here either. Number two, no, boo isn't a derivative of Jigboo. I'm uncomfortable saying that. That's the first time I've ever heard someone say that and my hair stood on end. More accurately, boo is a term derived from the French word beau, meaning beautiful. I don't buy that. In the 18th century England, it meant an admirer, usually male, and it was a way into the Afro-Caribbean language, perhaps through the French colonization of some Caribbean. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I don't know. I think. Well, I'll buy it. That's fine. I'll go with that. Number three, Steppenwolf was a start in vaudeville and in movies back in the 30s. He was popular among white audiences because he depicted their ideal of a slow, dim-witted black person. Trust me, he was not popular with black audiences for that reason. In reality, the man was the first black celebrity to become a millionaire. He was a savvy businessman of his day. Just wanted to help out. So, listener Judith is obviously a proud sister in Atlanta, checking in, straightening out the Radio Tiki guys. I still dispute the origins of the word boo, but that's okay. Because for a while there, I thought I wasn't supposed to be saying it. I think somebody told me I wasn't supposed to be saying it, but that's all right.
Well, it's just because you sound ridiculous saying it.
That might have been it. Well, you sound like an absolute prat, so stop doing that.
Hello, my brothers. How are you?
Hello, my brothers. Listener Ace Smythe.
What is up, dog?
What What up, dog? Hey guys, it's been a while. Just wondering how you were doing. The December show, now it's not posted. Any word on the next show? Blah blah. I think that was a technical issue he was having. How long has it been since Tom moved to the other side of the pond? Something like 2 years. It is actually 3 years tomorrow. 3 years tomorrow.
Wow.
This being April 16th. Is it April 16th?
17th.
It is not.
Is today April 17th?
Yes.
It's 3 years. It's 3 years today.
You are now.
It's 3 years yesterday.
Wow, so you had a barbecue and you had something to celebrate, but you didn't even know it.
That's weird. That April 17th, 2007, I moved here. Odd.
Odd yet strange.
Yes, quite. It'll be awesome when you guys are all go back to your live format and schedule. YGFR listener Ace, who, by the way, is the author of George Cartoon at georgecartoon.com. Be sure to check out georgecartoon.com. No, I won't let it die is what he says. So there we go. Let's see. Oh, there was a PS from Smythe here. Didn't see it on the main site. Oh, he was just trying to figure out why he didn't see the show. He's got it. Beaver Fever wishes us happy anniversary back in the end of February. Happy anniversary, time flies, etc., etc. Thanks for doing the show, YGFR. Our man in the field, Beaver Fever. I've got the fever for the flavor of beaver. Oh, this is Maurice and I arguing about whether or not Lady Gaga is a man. She's not a man.
No, she's not a man.
No, she's not.
She's a hermaphrodite.
No, she's not. She does not have a penis. She's weird, but she doesn't have boy parts.
So you wish.
I've yet to see credible evidence one way or the other, I suppose. Lady Gaga is not a man.
How do you know?
What?
How do you know?
You know what? It's like arguing faith with a religious person.
How do you know?
Faith.
How do you know?
Faith. That's it. All I got is faith. What up, Kuzos? From listener Electric Bamboo, who we all know and love as Kai Hentai. Hello, just want to let you know I'm still listening to you guys from lovely Hawaii and still enjoying it. Just want to let you know what's happening with my life so far. Pretty much nothing. However, I did feel a little creative, and I was challenged by a store owner to paint something for his store for a grand reopening. So I just finished it, my first painting, really. Even though I've painted banners before. Hopefully this mural is good enough. I'll let you know if something comes up with that. Just recovering from fear of the tsunami heading over our way. This was back in March. Anyway, I wanted to see if
how'd that turn out for you.
turns out there was no tsunami.
Yeah.
That's good.
That was with the Chilean earthquake?
Yep.
Yeah.
By the way, have we just had like earthquake after earthquake after earthquake recently?
Yeah.
It's the end of the world. 2012, people. That's right, 2012.
Actually, we're on track for an average year for major earthquakes.
Don't get into my hysteria with your facts. You know what? The next step for Radio Tiki is an Art Bell-esque madhouse.
All right, Tom.
East of the Rockies, hello. You're on the air with Radio Tiki. Tell us about the amazing amount of earthquakes we're having lately. No, they're not average for the year. Shut up.
Actually, it is. I read the same news story.
There was a meteor that fell to Earth a couple nights ago here. So you know.
Did anybody find it?
Actually, they found 2 pieces of it already.
So it wasn't because I've seen the video. It looks pretty cool. By the way, Indiana, Wisconsin, Iowa, Missouri. Did Chicago just not look up that night?
No, they saw it. Some people saw it here.
Did they?
Part
Okay.
of it is that there's the city lights, so you don't see as much. You know. But yeah,
seemed like a giant ball of fire, though. So
yeah.
That's cool, though. They found the pieces.
It was a guy from Illinois went up there. He saw it that night, and the next morning he drove up there to try to find pieces. He's he's a crazy meteorite collector guy. Yeah.
Well, he should. I mean, if he can find pieces, those things are insanely valuable.
He paid a farmer $200 for one of the pieces.
Oh my God! And it's probably worth $100,000.
I don't know. He handled it, so I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I doubt he was, took great scientific care to preserve it or anything.
He's got star metal. To make a sword out of that. Anyway. Still, they found 2 pieces. Oh, where at? Wisconsin or Iowa?
Yeah, it was Wisconsin. Southwest Wisconsin somewhere.
Cool. I have to go to my Art Bell archives and hear what they had to say. I want to see what Dickie Hoagland's got to say about that. Well, this is obviously a piece of a statue from Mars. That's what it is. Tsunami, earthquake, blah, blah, blah. Oh, anyway, I wanted to see if Maurice had heard the Sounds album, Crossing the Rubicon. If any of you guys had, and if any of you guys had thoughts on Kevin Smith's Cop Out.
I have not heard the album.
I don't know what Kevin Smith is up to lately. What is that? What is Cop Out about? I don't get a lot of Kevin Smith news over here.
I'm not sure. I know.
It was a movie. It was a movie.
Oh, it was a movie?
Yeah, cop buddy movie.
Was it in his normal genre of movie? I mean, has it got those characters?
I don't think so. No,
okay.
No, it was. It was out briefly, and let's see who was in it. Director Kevin Smith cast Bruce Willis, Tracy Morgan, Sean William Scott, Adam Brody, Jason Lee.
That was Kevin Smith?
Yep, 2 longtime NYPD partners on the trail of a stolen rare mint-condition baseball card find themselves up against a merciless memorabilia-obsessed gangster. Jimmy, the veteran detective whose missing collectible is his only hope to... Oh, there's a more link, I'm sorry. Oh, is his only hope to pay for his daughter's upcoming wedding, and Paul is his partner against crime, whose preoccupation with his wife's alleged infidelity makes it hard for him to keep his eye on the ball.
It was ostensibly a cop buddy flick.
Yeah.
But it was supposed to be funny, and I don't think that it was that funny. So I don't know. At least from what I heard.
I don't know if Tracy Morgan should be doing feature films.
Art Bell has been married 5 times.
Yeah, most recently to a child. Oh, I'm sorry. She's really, really young. I think she's like 22 or something.
And he's been inducted into the Radio Hall of Fame. He must have given Bruce Dumont some money for that building that's never going to be built.
That's right. Bruce Dumont having his own $150 a plate dinner this weekend, I think, to help build that building that's never going to get built. You know what? How do I start a Hall of Fame for shit and have people give me money and never produce anything? I think I could do that. I think I could figure that out real quick. Anyway, let me go back to this letter here. Other things to think about from our pal in Hawaii. Sometimes I think Robot Brad looks like Tyler Hansbrough. I don't know who Tyler Hansbrough is.
Me either.
Even though I think Brad looks like Garth Brooks. Brad looks like, well, he most recently when I saw him, he looks like a thinner Garth Brooks. But who knows? Maybe they're one and the same now. Number 2, who is today's Benny Hill? Regardless of if he's English or not, I think Ricky Gervais. If you think, well, I don't know. When I think Benny Hill, I think of like edgy, raunchy comedy for the time, and for edgy, raunchy comedy of the time. Ricky Gervais is not edgy or raunchy. He's brilliant, but he doesn't give me raunch. He doesn't give me,
melons.
Yeah, he doesn't give me Hills Angels running around in 90s being chased by Benny Hill and Little Old Man. So, who would fit that bill? Nobody's really doing the raunchy, not dirty, not like, but,
Right.
naughty. Nobody's doing naughty, really. And not big, anyway. Who's now in Tom's kink box? Judi Dench? No. I will tell you. Fiona Bruce. Fiona Bruce is in my kink box, people. You should all look up Fiona Bruce and marvel at her perfection. And Jeff is.
Yes.
If Jeff has a question other than Viewmaster reels, old military photos, and trains, Jeff, do you have any new obsessions?
Old military photos I don't have an obsession with, no.
I don't think he understands your group photo picture.
Yeah, the banquet photo shots.
The banquet photos.
I just got another one in that I haven't hung up yet because it didn't have a hanger on it. But no new obsessions.
I think that was it for the question. Shoots Kuzo's Electric Bamboo, a.k.a. Kai Hentai. Kai Hentai.
Shoots.
I gotta get me to Hawaii. Ooh, our listener pal Ace Smythe sent me a YouTube link to all the Queen Bee audio ever. It was somebody that did a little documentary on the Queen Bee stuff, and the link is brilliant. I would read it out, but basically go to YouTube and just type in Queen Bee Barbecue. You'll get this. It's really good, and there's some stuff. There's some old Queen Bees in there that I hadn't heard before either. So thank you, listener Ace.
Yeah, I listened to that too. It was good.
Oh, it was really good. Beaver Fever, hi guys. While clearing out my email, I found a year-old draft of a letter that I forgot to send you, so here it is. Nice. Oh, it's a website link. This website was inevitable. My only surprise is that it wasn't created by 1998. www.boobpedia.com/boobs main page.
That's Brad's homepage.
I believe so. If you go there, you'll find Brad.
No, I mean when he opens his browser, you know how you have your default homepage? That's what pops up whenever he opens his browser.
Boobpedia. You know what? I'm going there right now. Oh, well. It actually seems tastefully done. Hang on a second. It looks like Wikipedia, but it's boobs.
There you go.
And again, I gotta say, tastefully done. Tastefully done. Oh wait, now it's getting into those big, giant, blue, veiny boobs that Brad likes. Whoa. Oh, but there's categories: adult models, Asian, BBW, MILF, Triple D Cup. Oh, they've really done a nice job here. They've really put together something nice. Well, let's get out of here. Just leave that now. Make that go away. Oh, this is my work computer. Fantastic. I guess I got some history.
Did it start popping things up?
No, it didn't. It was
okay.
clean.
Well, it wasn't too bad then.
It was a clean site for that stuff, and besides, I'm using Mozilla almost exclusively these days, so that'll keep me out of trouble, I suppose. We'll stop at the listener mail at that point. We'll put that away. We'll close that up. We should end on a nice boobpedia. So. Yeah, but it's 1 a.m. here for me. I'm going to have to stop soon, but I didn't get a chance to Maurice, not to leave you out of the train geekness stuff.
Oh,
but
that's fine.
I didn't get a chance to talk with Jeff about my holiday.
Oh, what a shame.
I'm starting to love. But Jeff, I wanted to give you some credit. I used to make fun of you, and I could easily see getting into the whole train lifestyle. I really could. I mean, getting that like week-long or month-long pass and just going from place to place on the train is an absolutely brilliant idea. It just works great. Maybe this will, rather than get into it now, maybe this will be a nice way for us to remind ourselves to do another show soon. Let's not wait a couple of months. Let's wait a couple of weeks. Well, I'll talk to you about it then, because I'm sleepy. But I do want to leave it with Jeff deserves credit for having a fascination with either the interest in rail travel as a passenger or hoping to revive rail travel as a passenger. Because despite the fact that I had some troubles in Switzerland with avalanches, it was a very good couple of weeks just bopping around Europe on a train, and I highly recommend it. So,
yeah, I was trapped in the Sierra Nevadas for several hours in January.
Wow.
Really? You were, like, trapped?
Well, train stopped, I believe he means.
The route was impassable until some snow clearing equipment managed to get there.
Yes.
Hello.
Tom, we can hear you.
We can hear you. We're about to lose Tom.
Yeah, I think
Hello?
so. Tom?
Wait. I'm here. Are you guys there?
Yep, we're here.
Sorry, I lost you for a second. The route was what?
The route was impassable until the snow clearing equipment got there.
Yeah, I was on the Glacier Express in Switzerland, going from Zermatt. Here, this will give you some shit to look up. I was going from Zermatt to San Moritz via Chur. Chur spelled C-H-U-R. And in the town of Andermatt, we come to a stop, and the train's not supposed to stop. It's a non-stop express, right? So we're going through, and the train stops, and they said, "Oh, we're just waiting for the snow clearing equipment to come through because it was warm last night, and that caused an avalanche on the tracks." And so we're stopped there for about a half an hour, and then all of a sudden, all the Swiss people just come in and start getting off the train. Like, they just start getting off. They're leaving, and taking their luggage and their belongings. And my family and I, they know something that I don't know. And so my family and I are sitting there, and I call the porter over, and I said, "So what's going on?" "Yeah, this is no longer going." Mm-hmm. "Oh, okay." So we diverted north to Zurich. So we went an hour out of our way one way and an hour out of our way back. And so, bonus train journey, I guess, but didn't get to do the complete Glacier Express.
Yeah, I'll show you all the Viewmaster reels of that when you get home.
Right. Yeah, I might need to see it because I missed from Andermatt to Chur.
Yeah.
All the good bits. So shall we close up here and let us try to do this again in a couple of weeks, please?
Sure.
Well, we've been enjoying the Great Radio Tiki Experiment. The hell?
Just so we're all certain what's going on, I know.
Jeff's agreeing. He's saying, "Yep, good time to stop."
Yeah, it sounds like it. All right. Well, you should be hearing the lovely strains of our closing theme that we always put out there for you. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. I don't know. But you've been enjoying the Great Radio Tiki Experiment. It's our 10th anniversary show, our Easter show, Tom and Maurice's birthday show, probably Brad's birthday show. No, we won't wait till... And we've enjoyed bringing it to you. I hope everybody gets a chance to hear this and not complain too much to us about the breaks between broadcasts. We'll get back to it sooner rather than later. And thanks for continuing to hang out with us. We appreciate it.
What Tom said.
Yeah. That is.
So,
what a rip.
Yeah. No, I left it hanging there for a bit. So, good night. Thank you.
I'd fade out. That's already at like 2%. And here's the fade out.
Nice
fade out.
Nice fade out. I like that.